What?
Said that he began to walk away, what he's saying basically, and he was continuing to walk about 100 yards, but another officer.
Come on.
Right.
What was he doing wrong? Watkins.
I'll check it out, Coach.
He was outside the vehicle. Doesn't allege that he was in the vehicle. Just said he was outside the vehicle.
Was he standing while black? Did you do the, we need, yeah, in a line. What's his name? Watkins. Mr. Watkins, did you just get out of jail? Where did you think you were going today? To the beach?
No, sir. No, storage. They actually locked it from me, and we were transitioning from moving, so I didn't have access to any of my clothes.
Please don't come in clothes. It's very disrespectful. Okay? All right. In shorts, I mean, you're in shorts.
I literally had this on for the left.
Mr. Watkins, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and any interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Okay.
But this officer was the check by unit in uniform for a stolen vehicle call and arrived first at the scene. Suspect approached the vehicle to verify the license plate while defendant Watkins was outside the vehicle. Witness officer confirmed the vehicle and told the defendant Watkins to turn around and put his hands behind his back. Witness officer stated that the defendant Watkins started to walk away from the vehicle, ignoring all his commands. Witness officer stated that he tried to grab the defendant Watkins by the arm and the suspect pulled away and kept walking. Witness officer stated he again told the defendant Watkins to stop walking away, but he refused to stop. Witness officer stated that the suspect walked an estimate of approximately 100 yards and stopped because he saw the other unit arrive at the scene.
What?
Said that he began to walk away, what he's saying basically, and he was continuing to walk about 100 yards, but another officer.
Come on.
Right.
What was he doing wrong?
This was a stop for a stolen vehicle.
Right.
That he was outside. Apparently looks like.
But was he inside the vehicle at any time? Watkins.
I'll check it out, Coach.
Was he?
The license plate, there was via the license plate. He was outside the vehicle. Doesn't allege that he was in the vehicle. Just said he was outside the vehicle.
Was he standing while black? I mean.
This.
Well,
Judge, the officer doesn't know how far away he was from the vehicle, life type, person of interest, but
Forget it. Forget it. I'll find no probable cause in your case. Be careful. When you get into a pissing match with an officer, who's going to win? Right? Not only that, when you hang with dogs, you get fleas. So be careful who you hang out with. All right. Just go ahead and take your seat for me. We'll be back with you here momentarily, sir. Good morning, Mr. Kimball.
How you doing?
Pretty good. So I've never met you before. I don't know who you are. All I know is that your lawyer is asking me to, I'm assuming, set him a bond, right? You're wanted from somewhere. I don't know for what. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm going to set you bond. I got to get to know you in the short time that I have you here to see, are you a danger to my community? If we give you a bond, are you going to go back? I have no idea. So let's get to know him. Amy?
Judge, so he's wanted from Guadalupe County, New Mexico, aggravated battery against a household member with a deadly weapon. As the court knows, he's also being held in the 351st for credit and debit card abuse.
No, I had no idea. Say it.
And I believe they also just filed a motion to revoke his probation on the fraud use.
He's on probation too.
Yes, and they're motioning to revoke as well. He also has 2 bond forfeitures that I'm seeing, and then he has quite a bit of history with burglaries and.
My gosh. Whoa. So since 2007, possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, evading arrest, possession of a controlled substance, felon in possession of a weapon, attempted evading arrest or detention, tampering or fabricating evidence, evading arrest and previous conviction, burglary of a building, possession of a controlled substance, burglary of motor vehicle, evading arrest, credit card abuse, burglary of a motor vehicle, evading credit card abuse, possession with intent to deliver, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more burglary of a motor vehicles, failure to ID, possession of a dangerous drug. You're on probation for a fraud. You pick up a new credit card abuse, and you want me to set you a bond?
I understand. Can I please tell you something? If you don't mind me speaking,
Don't talk about the case.
I'm not talking about no case.
Okay.
I was in here, been held on the case for defendant violence in New Mexico, right? And they just got called ATW twice. They did not release me. I was not released. They sent me back to my cell, and since they didn't release me, they ended up putting a credit card abuse on me. Now, I don't know, where that falls in or whatever, they just put it on me.
So if I can give you a brief synopsis of the timeline, Judge.
Sure.
So January 15th, he waived extradition for his New Mexico case, which is why we have a fugitive. He also had a Dallas County hold at the same time, which means the Dallas.
Here's another. No.
True, but Dallas County had 10 days to pick him up. So they did not pick him up in those 10 days. So let's say January.
I know that. I get it.
Let's just say, okay, so they didn't release the whole, they should have released the whole 25th. They didn't. What they did is instead, 3 days later.
Talking the Dallas County hold.
Dallas County hold. So what should have happened is that on the 25th, they released the Dallas County hold, which at that moment, there was no locals or anything pending, and they should have started the timeline for New Mexico to come pick him up. But instead, Dallas did not release the hold until I believe the 29th, because conveniently, on the 28th, the DA's office filed 2B charges on a credit card abuse from a case that they had had since November. So it's just,
December. I see here, December 22nd, 2024.
I'm sorry, from December, you're right. So it just seemed like the timeline expired. And I believe Mr. Kimball's just really upset because if it should have worked like it should have worked, then, why didn't they release the hold in time? Why didn't the DA's office file it? It just seems like they're sort of dragging it along. I understand that he does not have a bond on his felony cases, and they did file the MRP. He has an attorney there who is going to be requesting to set a bond there. What Mr. Kimball is asking is a bond here, even though, and I said, he's going to be making the bond there in felony. So let's say his bonds get set in felony and his bond gets set here. He wants to bond out and go to New Mexico, address that case, and then he said he'll be back and forth. He's already got the MRP and the felony credit abuse case here, but he wants to be able to fight them in the free world, and he is willing to go to New Mexico, turn himself in. I've been in contact with his mother, and I guess just because of that lapse in timeline, it's kind of like why we're here, because, in part, if you have anything else to add, I think he just feels kind of screwed by the system on this. Is there anything else, Mr. Kimball, that I missed?
Now, did she send the video to your phone? Oh, all right.
In 2023 alone, Mr. Kimball, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In one of the misdemeanor cases, you have presumably a bond at 5,010, which tells me that you've taken off on that case as well. You're on probation. You had a hold out of Dallas for, what did he have a hold out of Dallas for?
Violation.
Out of Dallas?
You're hopscotching with the states with the criminality,
No,
man.
I got
can't.
them. Look, I had all the cases together, and they gave me probation in Houston and Dallas. See, that's what you don't know. They dismissed a bunch of them cases has been dismissed, and I've been to trial twice. A bunch of them cases has been expunged on that record right there that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But They gave me probation in Dallas and Houston. Dallas supposed to transfer my probation to Houston. They did not transfer my probation to Houston. That's how I get a violation in Dallas. I never violated by kissing any new case. The only time I caught a case is when for the New Mexico, say something happened in a family violence 2020, 2024. I never even been to New Mexico. The girl wrote a statement on me saying that I violated whatever. I understand. I know I don't supposed to tell you nothing, but I got videos. She's saying everything that she said is a lie. I don't even supposed to be having a case for I wasn't even supposed to come to jail for that case. She has the videos in her phone. She can show you. She's showing her ID, everything, making a whole statement saying that everything that she said to me in New Mexico is a lie, bro. I'm just dry getting hold for this case.
We really,
I understand it.
it doesn't matter.
Yes, sir. I understand it.
It seems to me,
Yes, sir.
you get out, you pick up a new case. You're out, you just picked up a new credit card abuse 2 weeks ago.
Mr. Kimball's past criminal history, including charges like evading arrest and credit card fraud, are reviewed. Despite his objections, the judge feels that releasing him on bond poses a threat to public safety. Bond is ultimately denied due to the significant risk he represents.
December 22nd, I mean, maybe 3 weeks ago, you just picked up another case. You're on probation in Houston. You're on probation in Dallas.
Sir.
You got an open case in New Mexico.
Yes, sir.
I can't possibly give you a bond, Mr. Kimball. You know, I think that I need to protect my community. And if I give you a bond, I'm scared that something else is going to happen. I don't want you to pick up a 6th or 7th case, you know?
I ain't pick up a case. I came to jail for a case a year ago for New Mexico. I was already
Just
on probation.
Picked up.
No, they just put
Credit
a
card.
case on me while I was in custody. I didn't never get caught for anything. They just put a case on me while I've been in custody right now. This time, waiting on New Mexico and Dallas to come get me. They just put this case on me. They just put this on me.
I want to make sure that there are no more new cases get on you anymore. I'm not going to give you a bond because, Mr. Kimball, you scare me. You know, you do.
I never had an aggravated case. I never had an aggravated case in my life. You see my record. I never had an aggravated case.
I don't see, the only thing I see
I'm
is
saying
Harris.
everything you're saying. I never had an aggravated case out of Harris County, Dallas, anywhere in Texas, ever. Ever.
I believe you, but it's just way too much baggage, dude. Way too much.
But I'm saying you can't just set a bond on the case. And when I go to court, you know what I'm saying? I talk to my other judge. She give me a bond on them cases or whatever, where I can go handle everything that I need to handle so I can get out and be with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't, so say if they do set the bond when I go to court, because he's going to give me a court date in like a week or two. I'm going to go to court. They're going to set a bond for me. So they set a bond. Now I got to come back to your courtroom again for you to say, oh, well, I'm not going to give you a bond or whatever. They got 14 days to come get me. When actually I really supposed to already been gone to either Dallas or New Mexico because they called me ATW twice and they said they was not going to come get me. And we called to New Mexico. New Mexico said they didn't have any knowledge of me even being in jail on their warrant.
Is New Mexico, have they stated that they're going to come get him?
Our indication at this time is that they want him, Judge.
Okay, they're going to come get you. You know, the problem is that 14 days is told because you've not made bond on those cases upstairs. Once you do make bond at that point, that will get the 14 days for New Mexico to come get you. But Mr. Kimball, you've got a ton of priors. You're on probation in two different counties.
For the same
You got
cases.
okay, regardless, it's too much baggage. I'm not going to give you a bond. You scare me, dude. That's it. Really. You know, sometimes the bill comes due. Now is that time. It's not going to happen anymore. Okay, thanks.